man, I got two topics I want to discuss today. The first one is cartel violence in general, the way that they torture people and stuff. And my question are they trying to like borrow from the ancient Aztecs? Because I hear from the history records that they used to sacrifice people, cut their hearts out and eat it, sacrifice people to their gods in all of these like crazy ways, I mean, and I can't just say it was, I'm not trying to say it was just the Aztecs. A lot of cultures that were around in that era had similar ways. They figured that, hey, if we don't sacrifice people, we're not going to get blessings. We're not going to have stuff grow on our farms. We're not going to, get the blessings in life. They had we have a more advanced understanding of life right now, but back then, people in general thought like that. So they weren't the only ones doing human sacrifices. Disclaimer. But I just wonder, man, because these cartel dudes, if they catch you and they don't like you, they will fillet your face. They will torture you while you're alive. They don't believe in just shooting you and killing you. They believe in torturing you and performing. Like, I was just watching, I didn't watch the video, but I was watching a guy describe a video in which a cartel member actually, like, stabs somebody, cuts into their flesh and rips their heart out and eats it. And I'm like, this has to be connected to the ancient Aztecs, man, because these guys are Mexicans. A lot of times they go by names like Montezuma, and they study that culture, and those are their people. Those are their people. Those are their ancient ancestors. And you mean to tell me that these dudes are ripping out people's heart? Or maybe it's so wild of a thing to witness that I'm trying to find a context to put it in to make it make sense, but it does make sense. These guys are trying to be like their ancient ancestors, to me, because they will fillet you alive, cut your heart out and eat it, kill you with a chain. They kill you in all of these ways. It's like they're doing a human sacrifice out of a horror movie. And I'm like, wait a minute. The people in the past and their ancient ancestors did that. So I heard about one story where it was a mass execution, a mass sacrifice. Like 40,000 people were murdered, and they said that that's one of the reasons why the Aztecs fell. They didn't have enough soldiers and stuff because they kept sacrificing too many people. That was one of the reasons why. It was a lot of reasons, more complex than that. They became friends with the Europeans. The Europeans became friendly with them. It wasn't just a hostile takeover. So get that out your mind. It was a lot of psychological operations going on, but one of the reasons why the Aztecs couldn't compete with them militarily is because they kept sacrificing too many people. And another thing I want to speak on is the Zero and Trae conflict. They got into Trae's entourage bumped into Zero at some location, and a few members of his entourage were seen punching Zero while he was laying on the ground defenseless. And Trae the Truth did an interview saying, hey, after that, I talked to him the next day for about 2 hours. So, Zero said he was ambushed and stuff like that. But if they really talked, then let them handle that. I'm a fan of both. I always knew they had a conflict with each other, but I never knew what the reason was. I see interviews of them both dissing each other, but they never actually explain what happened. So I don't know why they hate each other. I got put on to Zero in the year 2009. He had a CD called Cocaine, and it was a part of a series that was named after different drugs. Like all his albums had a different drug name, right? And I listened to it and I liked it. But I've been into Texas music since DJ Screw was alive. We were getting Screw tapes where I live, and we were into the Screw movement. So we've been on Texas since the 90s. So we were in my city. We're big fans of Screwed Up Click and just Texas in general. But yeah, man, I hope those brothers can get over it, because from my knowledge, they've been beefing ever since I knew who they were. So, and like I said, I don't know why. I just know they hate each other, and it's crazy. Peace.